Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our WCW Nitro episode 3 and 4 review. As you know, last Monday we did Fall Brawl 97. Well, our first was episodes 1 and 2 of Nitro. Now we're doing Fall Brawl, and tonight's episodes 3 and 4. If you guys would like to join along with us, if you have Peacock, you can go under Peacock. We're doing 3 and 4 of Nitro, and you can watch along with us that way. And if you need to know the time slot, the timestamp, just comment and we'll tell you. But like where we're at, if you not have Peacock, maybe they'll have it on YouTube. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if they would or not, but
I don't think so.
if they did, it'd be like a match
Separate
or two.
matches.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be. I get mine. See, it keeps on trying to make me watch Monday Night Raw from this last Monday.
Hmm.
I don't want to watch that.
See, I think this episode, you have Lex Luger and Ming going against
Yeah,
each other.
almost got.
Whenever y'all ready to play, I'm ready.
Episode 3. All right, I'm going. I'm ready.
Yes. You get that commercial first, or
Fixing to find out. Yeah, I got a commercial. Do you?
yep, it's a WWE commercial actually.
Yeah, it was SummerSlam. That's what I got.
Mm.
Triple H, it's time to get some better music for your pay-per-views and shows.
I'm sure a lot's about to change now. A lot's
Oh
about
yeah,
to change.
he's as of today he's head of full creative. Everything goes by him now.
Yep.
No, I got the old-fashioned intro.
No more name changes.
Yeah, go back to Walter and Pete Dunne, and don't name change it. Go if the name fits, fine, but change everyone back that was good. Change them back to who they were.
Yeah.
But fire Baron Corbin. He's the first person you get rid of,
Fire Baron Corbin.
or or send him to. I don't know, send him to catering or no, that's just a waste of money.
Let him run catering.
If you're gonna make budget cuts, you make budget cuts. People like that. Is this the yeah? This is when Steve Michael starts his dog. He's gonna bring his dog on
yeah.
every episode.
I'm trying to remember the dog's name. I used to know it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
He'll probably say it. Pep. Uh, I don't know what he called it.
mean Gene. the ambulance pulling in.
And Paul White or the Giant debuted at Fall Brawl '95
Yeah.
in the War Games.
It's just so weird him popping out of a damn ambulance. It's just
Hulk Hogan. Why is there an ambulance there?
I guess he's referencing putting Hogan in the ambulance.
Oh, there.
But that was a weird decision to have him brought in through by way of ambulance. Could have been a better way to, have him come in to the promo. Say, no, I got it. Let's just put him in the back of the ambulance. Have him come out. Perfect.
There Bischoff. Okay, you can't blame Vince this time. It's the only time you can't blame Vince.
Right.
And now in the future, it's gonna be you can't blame Vince. Oh,
Exactly.
deja. Your fault.
That voice that he used to use when he was doing the giant.
I'm glad he dropped that.
Right? Such a goofy voice.
It could. I don't know. No, you ain't gotta give some update on Hulk Hogan. Just keep on going with the show.
The American males. The thing is, I mean, it's as funny as that gimmick is today. Looking back, they were a top tag team in the WCW at the time. They were a top tag team.
Yeah, I'd have to say, at this point, they were one of the top tag teams, both Bagwell and yeah,
They held the
I
championship belts numerous amount of times.
yeah, I could see the characters being wacky, but the, in ring they were one of the best. Like kind of like Billy and Chuck, that gimmick
Right.
went a little bit too far,
They
but
were
they
great in the
were,
ring, but the gimmick was way too
but
much.
yeah, like they were at that time the best tag team in that. But I'm glad they didn't do what they was at the very end of their wedding. They were supposed to kiss, but Billy
Yeah, they
Gunn
could
and
have held to that.
Billy Gunn refused to do that. And they changed it.
Man, that could not fly today at all.
I wouldn't do it.
It's
I don't
beautiful
blame
Bob
him.
Eaton.
They're in Tennessee. This event, Bobby. Uh, who is it? Was it Stevie Ray or
I think both of them are jumping on.
yeah? Bobby Eaton ain't coming out tonight. The Harlem Heat and American Nelson Hall. Or well, they're probably mad about losing their tag, not winning tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they did win. Uh, I forget, but like they're mad
Yeah,
at
they
that.
did. They were the tag team champs at this point.
But they're mad at. Or wait, no, the other team that.
At
Oh,
that time, it was. Steven Regal and Bobby Eaton. They were tag teaming Blue Bloods.
what was the team? Buff Bagwell was really young there. Who's screaming?
What was that?
What timestamp are you at?
Right now, I'm at 6:33. They're just about to fight. They just got through like doing the whole doing the whole
6:30,
bar fight thing.
6:40 now, maybe.
You're at six. Yeah, you're. Yeah, I'm at 6:49 now. They just got order into the match, and they technically now the match has begun,
I'm at
even though they
seven.
were fighting way beforehand.
I'm at 7:08 now.
Yeah, we're about the same spot. Oh, Lane popped out.
I know he put on. I don't know if he's sick or what, but I know he put on Facebook that he wasn't feeling well.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't see how they could wrestle in pants like that, like how Buff is wearing. I don't see how they can do that. It seems like it'll be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone could do it. Like the tag team uh, at Fall Brawl that went against Harlem Heat. We're in the
Mm-hmm.
we're in all
Stevie Ray with the boot to the back. That was clever. The ref didn't even. Well, yeah, the ref did see it. He saw it. Like Harlem Heat in their prime, man, you couldn't stop them. They're probably one of they're like the top team next to American Males, because I remember American Males and Harlem Heat used to they had a big rivalry back then. That's one thing I remember. They had a big rivalry. I think one of the biggest rivals they had were like Dirty Dick Slater and Bunkhouse Buck. I think that was like one of their bigger rivals. Whoa, Booker T did took his head off with that kick.
is everything better now, Lane?
I think his mic. I think your mic might be out.
You're not muted. Love Bo's Bender. Yeah.
You
Oh, who
see
was
that
that?
sign in the back?
We want. Yeah,
We
we
want it
want it.
raw.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. This is see fans these days complain about AEW is taking shots at WWE, all this that.
Hmm.
Back in those days, there was shots left and right
Oh yeah,
from Eric Bischoff spoiling their show, from WWE mocking Eric Bischoff and Ted Turner,
that was
uh,
funny stuff.
and then
Billionaire
they
Ted.
made a new Kevin, well, Diesel and Razor Ramon. They had wasn't like everyone's thinking they're coming back and stuff, but it was knockoff.
Hmm.
So if this was today, they wouldn't. Everyone would be complaining about that. But it makes it entertaining.
Yeah, it
Oh, they
does.
won.
Whoa,
American males
that was an upset.
pick up a quick one on that one. All because of
American Males with the win over Harlem Heat. That was an upset.
oh, it was like it's for attack titles too.
Yeah,
They
this
only
is
had
like
it.
one of many times they won the belts.
They only had the belt for a day because Fall Brawl was on Sunday. This is next night. They had it
Hmm.
for a day.
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah, because Colonel Parker came out there and distracted Sherry.
Bobby Heenan. He'd work great with MJF.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Wonderful and Johnny B. Bad.
I remember back then Johnny B. Bad being a really popular character, but not really going that high in the card. But he
Yeah,
was like tremendously over.
yeah, like uh, definitely with his like so far from what I've seen, like these days he's putting awesome match on top of awesome match. He hasn't had one bad match, I'd say. Our
Yeah.
boys, I was the match at Fall Brawl he was in. I know we had one match against Flying Brian.
Yeah,
I forget who.
I'm trying to remember myself.
It was this last Monday, and then Fall Brawl card. Every match he's been in has been a top-notch match. Like his match is, hate to say it, but kind of beat Fall Brawl, the War Games match, and that was the the whole event was
Yeah.
supposed to be around that match.
See, that's the thing. I think his better days were in his WCW days because once he got to WWE, they kind of buried him like badly. I think once you take the Sable Bomb, I think you're pretty much buried.
Yeah, it was Johnny B. Bad versus Flying Brian
Hmm.
at Fall Brawl. But he
I
had
don't think
another
your mic's
match.
working. I don't think your mic's still not working, man. We can't even. I've had that happen to my mic too.
Ric Flair.
Try restarting everything, whatever you're on.
Who's Ric Flair? Is he going against Ming? Or no, that's Randy Savage or
I think he's going against Brian
Luke.
Pillman.
I know Flying Brian's in this. Oh, he's not even wrestling yet.
Yeah, he's going against Pillman.
No, in Tennessee, and someone's one of my Miami Dolphins. What do those signs say? Because it's hard to see those signs.
I was trying to read it myself. That's another thing. If fans are going to make signs, make it to where people watching on TV can read these signs.
I seen part of the sign. It said well, the first letters I seen was MON. I don't know if this is Monday or
I
you know,
think. I think. No, I still can't make it out.
people these days couldn't handle it like back then. Everybody be canceled by the
Yeah.
but back then they were bashing each other for radio supremacy. Can you hear us now? Uh, can you hear us? We just can't hear
Yeah, I
you.
think. Yeah, I think it's probably your mic or something.
What was that?
Because if you can hear us, I mean, you have no issue there. It must be the microphone that you're using.
Oh, see, at that time in '95, they weren't used to cuss words on. But
That's true.
I say Stone Cold made that popular. Stone Cold
Yeah,
started
because a
that.
lot of people weren't doing it before him, and then once he did it, it kind of opened up the floodgates
I mean, people
for
were
people
doing
to
it.
cuss and
I
all
mean, they
that.
were doing it in '95 on Raw, WCW and WWE. They were doing it a little bit, but when Stone Cold when he went full Stone Cold, he really
Yeah,
it wasn't like this. It was
I think the Austin 316 promo kind of that changed the game right there as far
yeah,
as what you can say
King
in
of the
your
Ring.
promos and how characters can express themselves.
Yeah, I feel like that's when Stone Cold really took off at King of the
Yeah,
Ring. When he see, I wish we could watch these Saturday night, but I don't see how they have all their stuff on there and then they don't have that with WCW.
because I remember they used to have a lot of big matches on WCW Saturday nights.
Yeah, they showed Sting and Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, they had a lot of Dusty Roads on Saturday night.
And
A
like
lot of them.
I could be wrong, but I think they filmed Saturday Night Live in Universal Studios. Oh, his theme song. I mean,
Yeah, that's an
I
annoying theme song.
I guess it goes good with his character, but
Yeah, it totally fits him because it's an obnoxious song, and he's such an obnoxious character.
During that
Fits him
time,
perfectly.
it probably worked, but everyone's booing him too.
Yeah,
Is he supposed to be the face or?
no, he's a heel. He's a major heel. But he presents himself like, "Hey, I love myself. You should love me too."
Crowd split between Hogan and Randy Savage.
Yeah, I've always been a Savage kind of fan. I've never really been into Hogan. I got the appeal of Hulk Hogan when I was a kid, but I was never really a quote unquote Hulkamaniac. I was never really one
Yeah,
of those. I was more in the Macho Man. I thought he was
yeah.
cooler.
Like I'd say when it was Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, I was Ultimate Warrior. But Hogan's not that good of a wrestler, I would
No,
say.
not really.
For that time, maybe, but I don't know. It just seemed like he could only do two moves.
Pretty much. I mean, that was really his moveset. It was a big boot and a leg drop.
But guys like Savage, Warrior, Piper, that could do more than just two moves.
Yeah, they were technical wrestlers.
And then if you ever notice in Hulk Hogan's matches, the opponent's always doing like a sleeper hold on him, like 10
Mm-hmm.
minutes, like 15 minutes in the match. Like he's just sitting there, or like on the ground doing some kind of submission hold on him. And then he gets
Yeah.
fired up and then does the. That's because he can't wrestle. I hate to say that because one day if he comes on here in this pod, gotta be bad.
I'll
But
tell him to his face I'm not a fan. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be afraid to tell him
I mean,
that.
it's not like he's a god. I mean,
No, 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 no.
I'll be like, hey, I was more a Macho Man dude. I mean, I was never really a Hulk fan.
He just threw a frisbee. Yeah, I just Hogan was just a merchandise seller. I say he
Yeah, he can
probably
move merchandise like nobody's business.
he probably made millions and millions for both WWE and WCW. And
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Most of that went to his wife or his ex-wife.
Vince, all that money went to paying stuff off. If you,
Yeah, that went because divorce is expensive, especially if your name is Hulk Hogan.
yeah, he is he married still or well no he is he remarried or
Last I heard, he remarried some much younger person who looks a lot like a younger Linda.
this match should be pretty decent.
Oh, he went straight to the knee. I mean, Paul Orndorff, he was involved in a lot of, you know, top tier angles back in the day. Like there was one with him, Hogan, Mr. T, and I forget who else. There was a bunch of people. Roddy Piper.
I
They were
was just
involved in that whole angle.
I was just playing I mean, Mr. T on the WWE 2K22. They had this DLC. I bought the biggest package, so like whenever DLC comes out, I automatically just download it and it's on there.
Oh,
And
cool.
and the other day I did Mr. T versus it was Mr. T versus The Rock, I think.
That's a cool sounding match, though.
But I tried to make a 4-on-4 with the A Team versus Nation of Domination.
That'd be
I,
cool, though.
I found two of the other A Team. I just trying to find the other one
Hmm.
on the community creators thing. People make them, and
Yeah, people do great jobs doing those creators, creating a wrestler, and they have
yeah,
these things where they make arenas and everything like that. I mean, they are out of this world. Some of these things that I be seeing.
yeah. Like I'll do Universe, and I'll do like Ring of Honor, AEW, and
Yeah,
it looks exactly like it could be an AEW game. Like They really, I don't even know how you would do anything like that. But recently, did you get a commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, I'm doing this ROH thing and I couldn't find some photos, so I was able to go to the 2K thing and I was able to upload photos from my phone to the game.
Yeah.
First time I've ever done that.
Makes things a lot easier when you're creating things.
Yeah, because sometimes it's already on there, just download it. But
Yeah.
I will say this game is way better than some of some of their recent games.
That was definitely better than 2K20. Definitely better than that.
Like they really upgraded from a year not even having a game really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a few gripes, but by and large, I enjoy playing the game.
Steve Michael just bashed WWE right there. He was talking about the gobbledygooker, and
Oh yeah.
he just mentioned a turkey or something.
That's actually the guy who was played the gobbledygooker was Hector Guerrero. It's
But
Eddie's big brother.
yeah, I knew him a lot from TNA.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did a lot with TNA. Looks
See,
just like him too. They look just like each other.
Mister,
Look at Paul selling out inside the ring.
yeah, he ain't gonna last. Suicide dive. Uh, I don't know what that was supposed to be, but
he just he just
I don't know.
he
Oh,
barely touched him. He went right to the ground.
there we go. That's better. I don't know what else. They was trying to kick him, or he didn't touch him. Then he just fell down. I
Yeah, he
see.
just fell.
I would not be doing that. It makes you look stupid than the person who messed up. Jinder Mahal. He's the biggest one.
Yeah, gender.
Oh, was doing.
Oh, remember
He's gonna
Power
do it.
Dropper was his move. Was Paul's finisher, I think.
I like Mark Mero. He does a lot of motivational speaker stuff now.
Yeah, he does.
Power drop. No,
Oh,
I don't think anyone's gonna get a power driver. Oh,
Ohio.
oh,
Oh, he sat on him.
he won.
His shoulders weren't even on the mat, though.
Uh,
If you look at Johnny B. Bad, his shoulders were really not on the mat because he was getting out of it. The ref counted it anyway.
fans giving. Yeah, he's not well received by the crowd. I'd have thought Johnny Bad would have won that, but it was an okay match. I thought it would have been a little bit better. But
It was a little long for what it was. I thought it was going to. You would expect that
yeah,
to be a shorter match.
I thought that Harlem Heat and American Muscle would last a little bit longer, and that would have been cut short. Hmm?
The
Baywatch.
way Bobby's looking at Eric, it's hilarious.
Baywatch. Randy Savage. Yeah, I know what happens here. I think it's I don't know who it is, but someone's gonna put someone's gonna attack Randy Savage or something in this. Yep, it, Kevin
Oh, yeah,
Savage.
it's Kevin Sullivan.
Everyone's just
Okay,
sitting
yeah,
there.
now I remember they did this whole episode
Lex Luger
on
just
Baywatch when
he's
they
just
were
letting
doing the wrestling thing.
through sand.
He does-
We
Yeah, you think
now,
about it. What would you do if you just if you're walking down the beach and you just saw this? Would you not laugh? Especially looking at Kevin Sullivan.
Ric Flair.
It's like this dude with some pain on his face just beating up this guy who's just lifting weights.
Uh, I don't know.
That's just funny. It'd be a funny image. Just walking down the beach and you see Kevin Sullivan beating up Macho Man.
Randy Savage. I bet Hulk Hogan. I don't know if he was filming a movie at this point,
I'm
but
sure he was.
I know he's not really injured because I knew it during that time he did a TV show and I
Yeah,
forget what the show was called.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, and it was based in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Here on Ric Flair.
This thing, nobody else could get away. Nobody else in the world can get away with wearing the stuff that Macho Man used to wear. Nobody else could get away with it. He looked cool in it.
Yeah.
Anybody else would look goofy as hell.
Especially some like Baron Corbin.
Right.
I thought Baron Corbin could have been a big name, but they just rushed him to the main roster too fast. I felt like.
Yeah, I remember Vince McMahon had a huge thing for him. He was ready to push him to the moon.
He I don't know with Baron Corbin. You don't know if he's in the hospital. You were there. You were there
Hulk
at the main
Hogan's on the
event.
movie sets where he is.
Caleb Conley. Thanks for watching, Caleb.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This was September 18th. So next pay per view should be Halloween Havoc because it's October.
I think so.
Mhm. I see. I just see Jay Lethal right now after seeing him do
Yeah,
that
his
type
black
thing.
machismo.
Especially right now with him with the beard and it's kind
Yeah,
of the way he was in TNA a little bit. Personally,
and I mean, at this time during this particular angle, Lex Luger was really the most less trustworthy person in the whole thing out of everybody. He was
the
the
only,
one that you couldn't really trust, even though Sting trusted the hell out of him.
yeah, Sting was the only one that really stood behind him out of it all.
Then I know once Luger turned heel. Most of the people were like, "Well, we saw that coming."
Mario Neely, Stiger, and Luger. Yeah, at this point, looks like they. Well, this part they were. I don't know when they turn on each other or what happened.
It
That
was
much
Luger
talk.
that turned, and Sting wasn't with all that heel stuff, and Sting kind of drew his line in the sand after as it were.
Yeah, I bet on a Nitro or something, they go against each other pretty soon on these.
If you notice, sometimes whenever Sting and Luger walk out together, whenever Sting is looking at Luger, Luger's giving the fans fives and everything and acting like a face. But as soon
The,
as Sting turns around, Luger's like saying, screw you, leave me alone, don't touch me. He's going heel as soon as Sting turns his back. And I think that was probably one of the coolest things about his character at that time that a lot of people didn't notice. Like in Sting's face, and whenever Sting's around, he's a face. But the second he's not there, he's healing it up.
Flying Brian and Ric Flair main event. The main event for our next episode is Randy Savage versus Kevin Sullivan. I guess based on what happened at the beach.
Mm.
So you do a storyline. No better place to do it than the beach.
I remember that. I remember that kind of intermingled with what they're doing with Baywatch because I remember watching that episode of Baywatch whenever they were all involved in that. And they're pretty much having. I think it was like a cage match in the episode that they were on. They're doing some kind of cage match that Hulk Hogan was involved in. I forget exactly who all was in it.
For Raw tonight, just scrolling through Twitter, it looks a lot different a little bit.
Hmm.
It's got like they're down the ramp and Triple H is by the ring.
Hmm.
Roman Reigns tells Theory, analyze the situation. Your daddy's not here anymore. This is my ring. Because Vince
That's good.
McMahon and Theory had a thing.
They actually addressed Vince not being around anymore. That's pretty cool.
We could be talking about his dad, but we know who he's
You
talking
know
about.
exactly he's talking. You know exactly who he's talking about. Because
Quite a lot.
Vince was the one who was championing him from the jump. He was pushing Theory from the jump.
How is he? Thought he was supposed to be in the hospital.
Right.
Probably on the motorcycle. And I thought Giant threw that thing. He tore that thing up at Fall Brawl. Didn't they?
Unless they're replaying it, unless they're replaying Giant ran over it.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, they're replaying it. I mean, but honestly speaking, Hulk Hogan's monster truck was much better looking than the Giants.
Yeah. Go.
I
Yeah.
remember the Undertaker used to have his. I think the Undertaker's monster truck is still around. There was one named the Undertaker. I think that's still around though.
Yeah, some people around me say that he used to come through Memphis from his motorcycle around, and I don't believe that. Because I was down on Bill Street one time. They said he was going by, and I looked. It wasn't even. It was not the Undertaker. He had long hair, but it was not the Undertaker. I know a difference. I know a difference between the Undertaker.
Yeah, I know down
Also,
here in Texas. I mean, if you hear about an Undertaker sighting, it's probably true because he goes all over the
yeah,
place in
he was in
Texas.
Texas, I think.
Yeah.
Recap of Fall Brawl. Well, Triple H has actually got Roman wrestling tonight.
Oh, really? Huh.
6-man tag, but You couldn't
That's
get
good
Brock.
for.
You couldn't get Brock Lesnar to wrestle on a Raw for nothing on SmackDown. It's been years since he's wrestled on like a weekly show. Probably SmackDown when he left.
Hmm.
Kevin Sullivan just. Some people just weren't cut out to be in the ring.
Right.
He's more of a good manager, I'd say, Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's a better manager.
He's really, the Dungeon of Doom is really building them up.
Yeah, so at this time Brian was still a huge baby face.
Yeah.
I think once the Dungeon of Doom stuff died down and all that, that's whenever Kevin Sullivan and Brian Pillman, that whole angle came about, where the whole "I respect you, Booker man."
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much when everybody found out at that time that Kevin was pretty much running the show as far as creative. So in a way, I guess you can think of like that whole thing with Brian Pillman and Kevin Sullivan as their curtain call. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Ric Flair gets all the pyro right now.
Yeah, he's getting all of it, man.
No one's got pyro this whole, but like in the intro, but the whole night he's the only one that's got pyro, I think.
Of course, the Nature Boy's gonna get his pyro. Oh, they went right for it too.
They're not wasting time. They're gonna get their match in.
Oh yeah.
Their match ain't getting cut short. Well, the referee's getting on the top rope.
Yeah.
They did that at the Fall Brawl.
Yeah, the same ref too, I think.
We need a
Yeah.
referee like that nowadays.
That would be refreshing to see.
Or-
Ric Flair coming off the top rope. I mean, you don't see that anymore. You won't see that anymore. Hopefully, you won't. Hopefully, you won't see that in his last match. Like Rick, get the hell down from there. What are you doing?
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to pull off something crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I hope he doesn't, because I don't know how that's going to go down. I thought he got some pretty good matches in the card besides Ric Flair's match.
Yeah, it's actually a really stacked card from what I saw.
Now, I don't know if. Have you heard about the Jonathan Gresham thing?
Oh, about him cussing out. Tony.
Yeah,
Tony
I don't know
Khan.
what about. had something to do with communication with him and Tony, and I don't know what it was about, but at the pay per view, normally the world title would have been the main event, but they put that match on first. Like it was a good match, but he didn't come out
Yeah.
with this. He didn't come out with his stuff. He just came out with a shirt on.
Hmm.
Like the match was good. I hope something's worked out. That because I don't want to see Gresham leave AEW. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I love him there. I mean, he's great there.
hopefully something's worked out.
Hope so. That's a great talent they have there.
Yeah, and see for the Ric Flair's last match, Jonathan Gresham was supposed to wrestle, and he said that he's done wrestling for the foreseeable future.
Really? Huh.
Neat. Yeah. Or City Machine Guns versus American Wolves. Yeah, I think I like good matches on here.
Yeah.
I think the best match probably won't even be the main attraction, Ric Flair's match. The match is the match is supposed to be about Ric Flair, and his match ain't gonna be. It'll probably get the best crowd reaction out of the whole thing, but
Probably, yeah. I mean, really, they're there to see Ric Flair's last match.
yeah, they moved it to a bigger arena. It's supposed to be at the National Fairgrounds. They moved it where AEW normally comes. That's a big arena.
Hmm.
Well, not
Yeah.
big, but for that kind of event, it's pretty big. Kevin Dunn's supposed to be leaving WWE pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about that. And if Kevin leaves, then Bruce Pritchard's going to end up going.
Yeah, he's still with them, but Triple H is head of creative, he, so he's probably come up with ideas, but Triple
Yeah.
H don't like it. It's not going.
Hmm.
I look for him to leave next. I don't know who else there's left. Well, Nick Khan. You're not gonna get Nick Khan now since he's co-CEO now.
Right. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Nick Khan
Yeah,
who blew this whole thing open, man.
like this
I
has
would
been
not be
going.
surprised.
Like this has been going on for years, but like hell, they've been investigating this since last year. But someone, I wonder who reported it first. Like who spilt it out to news sources and stuff.
I mean, you got to think who has a motive to
Someone
get Vince McMahon out of the way.
like a
And
law firm or someone higher up had to have had to have said something to someone.
I keep thinking it's got to be Nick Khan, man, because I don't know, I mean, because it had to happen from the inside. So
Yeah,
somebody from the inside had all this information and
could have
is
been
releasing
Triple
it.
H. Maybe thought it was Triple H,
That would be funny.
but I'm leaning towards Nick Khan doing that.
Yeah, man, because like him seizing control actively of the WWE. I mean, him and Stephanie are in charge now for now, but who's to say what's going to happen a year, 2 years, 3 years from now? They might want to sell the damn company. I mean,
Yeah,
Vince no longer having that much, the power that he had, it'll be very easy for them to sell it off to like Disney or somebody.
yeah. Right now he's just Vince McMahon, not with the company, but he's like a shareholder. He'll always have a shareholder, some type of thing with WWE. But
Yeah,
that was a pretty decent match with Flying Brian and Ric Flair.
that was really good.
I'm surprised they didn't let Triple H and Stephanie be the owners. But Nick Khan probably wanted some party in it.
Right. I mean, and with Nick Khan having more control over everything, I mean,
I wonder
they
how
can
he.
go into different ventures that they weren't able to go into due to Vince being around.
I wonder how they got him in the WWE. Like who Vince hired him, but who? I wonder how that all became a thing.
That's a good question. I wonder that myself because I knew that he was. I knew that.
I know he probably doesn't have no wrestling experience, booking experience.
Not really. I mean, he has a huge background in business and stuff like that.
You know, he just cares if money's rolling in. If money's rolling in, then he doesn't care about the product.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of. It's been a handful of things that he's been responsible for
He's
over
the
the
one who
years.
he's the one that released a lot of those people. Well, of course, Vince was the final say, but
Hmm. So I think a lot of their major international deals that they've made worth multi millions of dollars. I think Nick Khan had a huge hand in all that, as far as like the whole Saudi Arabia thing and all this other stuff. And I mean, I'm sure he had a huge hand in it over the years.
yeah, they got Saudi Arabia for who knows how many more years.
Yeah,
I think the deal was worth like 10 million. I could be wrong, but I
that
know it
sounds
was a
about right.
I know it was a good amount of money. Japanese. He was on WWE. Kenzo Suzuki.
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan had his eyes crossed.
Mhm.
All right, going right into episode 2 or episode 4 of Nitro.
I think I'm probably gonna get a commercial going into the fourth one.
Probably, yeah. Oh no, it's going right in.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah, it's going straight in on mine too. Will
That's
be a commercial.
surprising.
There'll be a commercial coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
See, they're trying to make even with YouTube trying to make people buy like their premium or no ads.
Mm.
Save money. I'd just rather watch everything with ads.
Exactly.
Like
I
that's the
mean,
like
the
that's the
money you
only
save, the money you
like
save, you can pay for Netflix or something like that.
like there's no difference in it really besides no ads. Like you're not going to get anything
Nothing
anyone
new.
else. All you're going to get is no. All you're going to get is no ads.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much all you're paying for is for them to take away the commercials.
Full House
Mongo
matchup.
McMichaels and Bobby, man, they had a rivalry that was so hilarious. I'm wondering how did Steve Mongo McMichaels get into the Four Horsemen? I forget how all that happened.
Would say get him on here, but he's not really doing too good in health wise. Last time I've seen a picture of him,
Yeah, I've seen that. Sad.
he
It was completely different.
yeah I don't want to say he won't. It's just he probably won't be around too much longer. I don't know what he has or what type of illness he has, but he looks
Hmm.
pretty. He doesn't look himself.
Yeah.
Who was the first guy that came out? I know his name.
That's Alex Wright.
Alex Wright. I
Yeah.
knew who he is. Disco Inferno. This is gonna be a squash match. This isn't gonna be long. Any disco match isn't too long. People are dancing to that stuff.
I don't think he really ever really got over like he thought he did. Because to this day, he thinks he got over big time. But I was never really a disco fan.
And
I was never really
TNA
in.
and TNA in like when they first started NWA TNA, he was pretty good at his promos. He went way too far with some of the stuff he said, but now he was good at maybe promos, but the gimmick itself did I don't feel like it got over.
It's a gimmick that had no ceiling, really. I mean, or the ceiling was hit before he even stepped into the ring. Because it was, I mean, personally, you you know you can't take that serious.
Yeah.
You're never gonna hear, oh, Disco Inferno was a great champion. You know, you're never really gonna hear stuff like that. But I mean, as far as like this carny gimmick that he can pull around, that he can do around the world, sure. But it didn't really have any legs to stand on as far as competition when it comes to any gold. You know.
See, Cody Rhodes. This was a while back, but he sent out like this confirmed was bashing AEW at the time, and then the, Cody Rhodes sent out a retweet on when well, this confirmed us saying stop. You know nothing. You have drawn $0. No fan has ever left the show thinking about you. You were lucky to be juiced up, double life over with the boys. Type in the era where you hid in plain sight, coasting on others' success. Couldn't hang then, can't get booked now.
Not like he was lying. I mean,
Mid
oh, that
card
was
at
nasty.
best.
I mean, that's the thing. I've always saw Disco Inferno as like glorified enhancement talent. I've always just seen him that way. I've never really seen him as this awesome wrestler that could, who's a ring general or some shit like. I never really saw him like that. It was just like a novelty, you know. It's like some wrestlers you don't take serious. It's like Disco Inferno is one of them. And if you listen to him today, he'll talk as if he was this great, you know,
Uh,
warrior of the ring. And I mean, people weren't even feeling him like that. People weren't even into him like that.
at
But
this
he puts
show,
himself over.
at this show, like I really doubt any fan was there like wearing discount for no merchandise and either
Right.
Hogan, Randy Savage, maybe Luger or Sting, probably them four, and maybe Ric
Yeah.
Flair.
Yeah.
I don't see one person. I don't see no disco mania going on.
And the thing is, I'm not saying the guy's not talented in the ring. The dude is talented. The dude had, what it takes to get it done in the ring. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying like
His character
he's
was
not
just
he's not as his character wasn't as awesome as he would want you to see that it was or perceive it to be that way. But his in his mind, he was awesome as hell.
Alex
But
Wright.
to you know,
Like Alex Wright, I hope he. I'm going for him in this match. I don't know who wins. Yeah,
oh, Alex got
yeah,
it.
yeah. A roll up.
And see,
That was
the truth is, I was more of a fan of Alex Wright back then because he was a legit athlete in there doing this thing. He can actually wrestle, and he didn't get a big of a push as I would have liked to have seen him get when I was younger. But Alex Wright was one of those dudes that whenever you watched, you're going to get a good match.
yeah. This WCW. Yeah, Alex Wright. He was one of like out of the young guys in the roster. He's probably one of the best.
Yeah. I know when he first started in WCW, he was undefeated for a long time. They-
That's
See, that's the original belt right there. That's the original
yeah.
heavyweight
WWE.
championship. You can tell because it has a dent. It has a little dent on the top of it. You can tell that's the real one.
Yeah, WWE just look on the top of that belt has the WCW written on it, but WWE
Hmm.
just took that off and put WWE. Just made it their own. Like once they bought the
Yeah.
company out.
There's a story about how that title got bent on the top. I forget the story, but there's a story behind it. But that's how you know it's the real one because it has a little bend up top. If you look carefully, you can notice how it's kind of a little bent at the top of the belt. But Jimmy has his hand over it now.
We've already seen it. You need to cover it up now. See, I don't know why they didn't keep a belt like that, the same design
It's a
in W
great design. I missed that.
in WWE because like now their belts like Universal and World look the same, just two different colors.
Yeah.
Red, one's blue and one's black. Same as the women, blue, red. Tag, blue, red.
I swear Hulk Hogan did the same promo every time. Every single time he did the same one.
That here's this Sergeant Pittman.
Craig Pittman.
Correct.
He was actually a legit sergeant, I think. He was a real one before he started wrestling. Because he wrestled in the army, I believe.
Got a commercial.
That's old school. I remember this. Never to a Slim Jim, yeah.
Did, did you get a commercial?
Yeah, I'm going back now.
Yeah, I got a Slim Jim.
Because I know the Macho Man and Luger do eventually end up getting into it.
It probably happened their next pay per view.
I think this is before. This is before Lex Luger got with Elizabeth. I think at this point Elizabeth was still with Macho.
She came to WCW in the NWO, I think. Linda, I mean Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think so. Macho's ready to go.
Trying to play around with kids.
Lex got down there fast.
So yeah, got the
He was like,
black,
"All right, I'm coming. You wanted me down here? I'm here."
got the black and white. Not the
Yep.
NWO yet, but it's a start.
See, the Machos always saw through Luger's crap, though.
Yeah, he ain't buying any of it.
I mean, because once Lex Luger goes like full on heel, everybody's gonna be on the same page that Macho was on. They're gonna be like, "Okay, now I see why you're so pissed off. I'll see what you saw in Luger." It's great storytelling, actually.
Yeah, them two next week.
Oh, loser leaves WCW match.
Neither one of them leave, so no
No,
one's
they
winning.
don't.
No one's gonna win.
That's what I was thinking. Neither one of them really go anywhere.
He's still be there for a while,
Yeah,
right? Savage didn't want to leave the WCW. I don't think. Well, maybe towards the end.
I think towards the end he was done with it.
They once he knew that it wasn't gonna go nowhere.
Right. Yep, that is the next pay per view is Halloween Havoc. That's a classic. That's actually one of the like a very classic WCW pay per view. Is there's '95 Halloween Havoc. That's ultimate classic. If you want to watch like like the blueprint of old school wrestling back when WCW was like at its height, you can watch Halloween Havoc '95. That'll tell you everything you need to know about it. Everything you need to know about WCW at that point in time.
Yeah, machine versus machine. Just the monster truck thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that I've been talking about Bobby Heenan, and it was so made it so dramatic. He really sold that.
He did, really did.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do for the main event. I don't know what we're gonna do for Nitro the next night. I mean, we
I
gotta do.
mean, if
I
you
mean, we
listen
gotta
to
do.
him, you really think that the giant was dead.
Yeah, at that time there was
Yeah.
no like how it is today. Then they kept on asking people in the back, "Are we still having the main event? Are we still having the main event?"
I mean, it'd be kind of hard to miss a giant falling off of a huge building.
I wish they would still would come back under. Yeah, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. Even with Vince not being there, I still don't think they do that
Right.
because they realize how hard that they did that took to win that war. But if it did come back,
Yeah.
I don't know who
It'd
they
be hard
really.
to replicate it though. I mean, because you can only trap lightning in a bottle once.
They would really have to revamp it, like not like this. It'd be something totally different.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like anything like this. Like maybe a flashback I like to see a flashback episode of something like this, like on AEW or something like them do this exact setup like one night
That actually would
only.
be really cool to watch, though.
Because WWE used to do that. They used to do like the old
The
WWF.
old school episodes, yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that
The
no
old
more.
school Raw.
Yeah, I don't know about this match. Yeah, I always see the other guy fixing.
And see, I don't think they're gonna give this match that much time, though.
Craig Pittman. He's pretty good. Is that his name?
He was pretty underrated back then.
I don't see. This other guy was on Smack. He was on WWE SmackDown. Kenzo Suzuki. I don't know. Was that they're calling him here? But
Yeah, that's the same dude.
he he had that Japanese one with him to translate. Like I always remember his matches with John Cena.
Oh, right on the. Oh my god, right on cement. That has to hurt.
He did a little bit too extra on that going outside the
Ugh.
ring. Taking the mat off. So,
Yeah, I remember.
oh,
I remember he used to break people's arms, man.
I know that hurt. Yeah, his back was.
Ugh.
I know today, if he's still living, that stuff's coming back. That stuff's coming back.
Wouldn't doubt it.
He's probably had
He's
multiple.
working that arm.
Yeah, his name was a little bit different here, Kizawa. The same guy, just different name.
Yeah.
He was working the arm.
Oh, he's still working on it. Whoa. I thought he was gonna land straight on his feet for a second. So now Pippin's working on his arm.
That. Listen to The Rock's going to buy WWE. I don't see that happening
The Rock's gonna
anytime.
buy it.
I don't see that happening anytime soon because he's got movies planned it up until 2025.
Yeah. Plus the XFL's coming back and all that, and
Yeah, and
he's got a lot on his plate.
he's the owner of that. I don't think he wants two companies. I don't know if Vince did that, but WWE and XFL and he's going to give up something
Yeah.
because he's doing the Black Adam. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a part 2 to that. He's got probably all kinds of other movies.
If I was him, I'd buy up the WWE studios, their movie making studio. I'd buy that up.
Do they even make movies still, like the WWE
Uh,
studios?
I, they still make movies, but
Just not
I
under.
forget when the last one was. I think the last one I saw was one that Dolph Ziggler was in.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I think that was the last one I saw from WWE.
The Marine used to be really good. But they had
Yeah.
John Cena in it, and they put Ted DiBiase. Mr. Kennedy was in one of them.
Hmm.
That's when John Cena was kind of big star when he started doing the Marine. And
Yeah, he had a lot on his plate back at that time. John Cena still does, I think. Next to The Rock, I mean, he's the busiest wrestler working.
I don't, I don't know how he would do all that. Like Fast and Furious 10. See, I'm looking at the movies that he's upcoming for him, but all these movies are already filmed. Really,
He has a superhero movie coming out.
yeah, Black Adam. Like
Yeah.
all the movies I'm seeing, it's already been filmed. Like there's nothing left to do besides waiting for it to come out.
Busiest man in show business.
So yeah, I don't know how that worked with Triple H. He just got creative control and losing it up that fast.
I mean, if he was gonna lose, if he was gonna lose control of creative, I could see them handing it to like Paul Heyman or somebody like that.
It have to be a lot of money to do that.
I mean, because
He,
Paul Heyman, as far as creative, I mean, he'll be a great fit because he did a lot of ECW's creative back in the early days and brought it to its glory.
I don't know what's going to happen with that. That's why I'm sticking with AEW because I know for sure no one's going to buy AEW.
Right.
Or if to do, it's not going to be 10, 20 years from now. I don't.
True.
Someone asked Tony Khan would he buy WWE. He he said I have no interest. I because people forget that he has other duties besides wrestling. He's part owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He owns a
Yeah.
soccer team in UK. He owns a soccer team. He has a lot of media outlets. He's the owner of.
Hmm.
Then, like I heard him say, like he checks into each job during the day, like he sleeps none. Like all of his AEW ideas, he works on at midnight, and then by day, well, no, it's probably all day, probably.
Hmm.
I don't see how he keeps it balanced and everything.
I know me neither, man. I don't see how they can do that in that business. I mean, it's a moving business that's always busy. You know.
So, a lot of people complain to Tony about communication, and that's when like you got talent relations, Christopher Daniels and other people. They should be doing that's
Hmm.
they're there for talent relations. But I could see why Tony he's busy all the time, but something's gonna have to give with that because there's a lot of wrestlers who's complained about that. Flying Brian. Yeah, this is when the new Four Horsemen's fixing to be formed.
Yep.
All time.
Pillman just being so, I don't know, extra with everything and over exaggerating everything. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like that. A lot of his promos and stuff. Mhm. But
Dusty Rhodes.
I heard Jonathan Gresham was the only one to leave. Tully Blanchard's no longer with AEW. It's
Really?
yeah, I don't know why. It's two different. Wasn't the same reason.
See, I'm wondering what was going on with that because I didn't really hear any story behind it. I just heard that, what's his name? Bought him out. I forget his name.
Yeah,
Uh,
like they basically.
but
I know you're talking about. Like he basically in the storyline bought him out. Then that's they wrote him off. I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
all I've
what.
heard. Like, I didn't hear
I don't
behind the
know what.
scenes stuff.
I noticed that something about he owned a prison ministry, something, but his
Hmm.
issues in Gresham is totally different. But now that group, I don't know now because he was the leader of the group. Totally was.
Yeah.
Gresham just joined. He's out. Greg Blanchard's out. Now it's just Brian Cage and the other two guys. But I thought in that match, Brian Cage had the biggest crowd reaction besides FTR, and
Yeah, I
I
noticed
thought
that
he
when
did.
I saw the replays of it all.
I thought Brian Cage did great for, and you could tell of his team that he was the leader, really coaching
Yeah.
kind of his guys. But I thought Brian Cage did great, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Brian Cage fan.
Safe to say he's number one fan, probably.
Yeah, I would hope to think so. I hope to think so. That see, I just bought their T-shirt with all five of them on it. Now they're not together no more. That didn't last long either.
No, not long at all.
But I hope Brian Cage is on AEW more because I don't know when the next ROH event is going to be. It could be until December. So they're going to have to use Brian Cage at some point this year.
Yeah. And from what I've seen from the pay per view, I mean, if that's the kind of if that's the caliber of performance that they're going to be doing, I mean, I don't think it's going to be hard at all for them to find a network deal, a TV deal
Yeah,
somewhere. I
yeah.
mean, because that was a great show.
Now FTR don't want to admit it, but they are the greatest tag team of all time. I feel like now after the match with them and that FTR versus Briscoes 2,
Hmm.
that sits them as maybe not the best tag team of all time, but at least in the top five best tag
They're up
teams of all
there.
time.
They're totally up there.
It's like when their career is over, they'll be one of the best of all time.
Oh yeah.
That match, when I thought it was over, I thought that match was going to go all night. But there was no debuts on Ring of Honor
That was
this night.
surprising. That was surprising. I was expecting to see at least one.
Yeah, they didn't. They're, I was expecting to see maybe Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, but maybe I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know who else they would have got really besides Johnny Gargano. There's not really any Sasha Banks, but I don't see her in ROH.
No, not yet. At least. I mean,
No, I
it
think if
could. I
she
mean, in
was,
the future.
I think if she was to come, she's going to AEW at first.
Yeah. Kevin Sullivan.
Randy Savage versus Taskmaster. Yeah, Randy Savage is definitely winning this match, unless anyone cheats.
See them. You see, you got the Zodiac on the outside of the ring. I mean, Kevin Sullivan has the advantage at this point. Ouch.
Yeah,
That cannot feel good at all.
Brutus the Bar Beefcake. He was Zodiac.
Yep, I remember the only things he would say was yes and no. He wouldn't say anything else. He'd just be like, yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah,
And why that was, I have no idea. They never explained it. No one ever explained it. That's just how it was.
yeah.
And that happens a lot in wrestling where nothing is explained. Weird things could happen in the world of wrestling that's never explained at all. Like who hit Kevin Owens with that pie? Nobody knows.
No one's talking about it either this day.
Uh,
Was that Thanksgiving or
I think that was
Christmas?
on. I think that was a Thanksgiving show.
I like the Halloween one, 2002 with John Cena.
Oh yeah, that was goofy. I remember that one.
That's when he was starting his thugonomics thing. That's what he was.
Yeah, and he was Vanilla Ice for Halloween. He was flirting with Stephanie.
Yeah, they did that for a little while. Um, like they didn't run with it then, but they kept on doing little things with that.
Yeah, I remember John Cena got to spank Stephanie once.
Yeah, that I always like. Well, Zodiac as Bruce Bar Beefcake the best. I thought that was his character.
It's definitely entertaining. I'll say that.
Yeah, like that's how I know him, not as Zodiac as Bruce the Barber Beefcake.
Yeah,
I met him.
I think after this he did the Disciple for a while. 'Cause I remember he was the Booty Man. Then he was a Zodiac. Then I
Uh,
think he went to the Disciple. Oh,
oh, even though there's a
getting a
mat
choke
there,
slam. Oh, that was a
what,
nice choke slam.
what timestamp are you at?
See, hold on, let me get my controller. Hold on, 1 second. At 33, 34:01.
Somehow I got way behind. Probably some of these ads or commercials.
You got some ads.
Yeah, that's probably what got me.
Hmm.
Come on,
What time step are you on?
damn thing froze up. I'm at 35:14.
35:14. Okay, cool.
Right now, the Paul White is in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this match wasn't. I knew someone was going to cheat, but Randy Savage would have won that match.
Well, damn. Couldn't even finish the match properly. Yes, Luger and
Right?
Ming next.
Well, I would have put Randy Savage and Taskmaster's main event probably.
That would
I'd,
have been a better main event.
I'd
Yeah.
have switched the two.
the bigger story.
Yeah, like that's the biggest. Well, Luger is
Yeah.
kind of is, but I prefer. Or they could have had Savage and Luger team up to go against uh, Zodiac and Ming.
Yeah, that could work too.
You could have
Yeah.
totally something different in that third match.
Halloween Havoc. The old school commercials. That's so
Yeah.
nostalgic. Luger's still out there too. That makes sense.
I'm guessing Vader. I haven't seen Vader a lot. I know he was supposed to be in that fall brawl, but he got
Hmm.
injured and they replaced him with Lex Luger.
Really?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Damn, Ming is charging after him, and Luger's down. Ming ran out and started beating the hell out of him. What is that? Ming is just pretty much coming here and just eating the scraps. I mean, he's. I mean, folks, if you're just tuning in, we are watching Monday Nitro episode 4, actually, right now. If you like to watch along, hop on Peacock, go to WWE, go to WCW, and go to Nitro and join in. Please subscribe if you haven't. And see, at this point, this is during the time where everybody was pretty much, speculating on Luger and his allegiance. And eventually he does go heel, but, you know, he did play the part
Sorry about
as
that.
as somebody who was pretending to be a babyface.
Sorry about that. Uh, there's something wrong with this door. My dog just let himself in,
It happens.
and then the door doesn't lock. I don't think.
Hmm.
Ming and Lex Luger. I'll always know him as Haku in WWE. Like some people, that's how I'm always going to portray him as. Like
Oh yeah.
if Randy Orton came to AEW and came by a different name, I would always call him Randy Orton. Ain't no way I'm gonna call him something else. Just those kind of people, you can't change their names.
True.
Like that's like The Rock going back to Peter Maivia. Well, that was a good name at that time, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean it fit him at the
I don't.
time, but I think with the way they're changing all the putting the attitude into the whole thing, I mean I think it was kind of a progression thing. Like he had to move with it. And if he didn't, he'd get ran over. So
It all worked out for the best for The Rock in life, not
yeah.
just in wrestling. He's set for life. Like money wise,
Oh, definitely.
he ain't got to worry about he ain't got to worry about anything money wise. I hope AW comes to the UK soon. I think AW next summer they've talked about going to the UK next summer and doing a UK tour.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Yes, it's Jim Ross said it's definitely in the next calendar year. It's definitely going to happen. They'll probably go to Canada too.
That'd be great, man. Because I know the UK, they're
Yeah,
huge into wrestling. I mean, they're huge fans of wrestling in the UK. I know that for a fact.
I remember when Raw was in the UK and Pete Dunne made his debut against Enzo. Like
Yeah.
that's the hottest. No, like that was the last show I kind of really watched in the UK on Raw. And fans were into it.
Hmm.
Like that, it was like WrestleMania for them.
Yep, they love their wrestling in Britain also, just as much as we do here.
Yeah, like Canada.
Yeah.
I kind of hope Full Gear is in Canada in Toronto,
Hmm.
but like for Full Gear, there's really never a destination like Double Nothing's always in Las Vegas and All Out always in
Right.
Chicago. Revolution and Full Gear is the two that doesn't really have a destination like every year, which that's good
Hmm.
because they're going to wear out Chicago. I'm going this year to it, but they're going to wear that out the same market
Yeah.
because
Yeah. That's a way. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking of it. That's true.
they've already been to every arena in Chicago. Like eventually they're going to wear out the market. They're not going anywhere like to new places that haven't even had like in Arizona. They haven't had an AEW show yet.
Yeah.
And Phoenix is a big wrestling state, or wrestling city.
Oh yeah, definitely. They love wrestling in Phoenix.
It was SummerSlam. It was 2000 something. They went to Phoenix. It could have been the one where it was the Nexus versus John Cena and Bret Hart came back to wrestle.
I think that could be the one. I think you may be right about that. I
It
think
wasn't
so.
it wasn't that one. It was around that time period.
Hmm. No, Ming, aka Haku, he was once a king of the ring as well.
Yeah. Who was the first King of the Ring winner?
Oh,
So the guys I know that this winner is William Regal, King Barrett. I think Sheamus possibly may have won it. Stone Cold, Owen
yeah, Sheamus
Hart,
won it once.
maybe.
Owen. Uh,
I know William Regal, the main one. King Regal.
was Billy Gunn ever king? No, Billy Gunn wasn't king of the
Do
ring.
you think a lot of AEW guys leave for WWE? Uh, Not right out of the bat. I think they're going to see what the changes are going to be like. They're not just going to jump the gun, and because how do you know it's not going to be the same Vince's
Right,
did? I think, or if I was them, I'd wait and see how it was going to be before jumping the gun.
right.
But
I agree. Like, give it a good year or so, maybe, and
but
see
lots of
see what's gonna happen.
lots of guys like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Claudio, Joe, they're not going anywhere. Like at least not for the next 5-6 years. They're not going anywhere.
Hmm.
No, Kenny Omega's contract expires in February next year, but he's not leaving.
No, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I think the reason he's really not supposed to be coming back till next year, I heard, but he's going to come back this year. I feel like he's wanting to do all these dream matches while he can before it's too late.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, Ming won this match. That was embarrassing. Lex Luger. But yeah, I don't think anyone's leaving that fast. Now,
No,
I do think a few people might go. I don't know who really.
I don't think any big name talent's gonna be moving from AEW to
Now,
WWE.
now
I
maybe
think you'll probably
Stu.
see some mid Carters or somebody low on the totem pole that might go to WWE, but not
Yeah,
anybody that's on the top cards.
yeah. I think maybe Stu Grayson or something like that may go, but any big names like Adam Cole, people like that, they're not. And even if they did, they're gonna see how it goes
Right.
because I know after experience that they've done that over there, they're gonna make sure everything is good over there.
Hmm. Yep.
Neither one reviews leave them. It's probably a count out or someone's gonna attack them both. It's probably a good match though. Randy Savage versus Lex Luger.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode 4, is better than 3.
I
But I don't
think so
know.
too. I think it has a lot more of the story progression.
Episode 3 had a little bit more tag team action, but this episode had a lot of storyline with Dungeon of Doom, Luger. Well, especially
Yeah.
Luger and Savage.
Yeah.
Where's Sting been at? He wasn't on either of these. Well, I know
I
they
just
advertised.
noticed that.
I know the advertisement for that Saturday night thing. He
Yeah.
wasn't on Nitro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the fourth episode was definitely the better one.
Yeah, the third one, tag team. But they were both good in their own way. But I think the fourth one was a little bit better, like story
Yeah.
wise, and
Yeah.
building the storyline. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the WCW 3 and 4.
That was awesome.
Yeah, next week we'll be doing 5 and 6. I guess we'll
Yeah.
keep on doing this till the very end of WCW because I'm curious to see. Like right now, it's good. It's good product to watch. I'm curious to see how it dwindles down. Like
Right.
like the downfall.
Wait till the Vince Russo years.
Yeah, I feel like it's when David Arquette won the world title and Vince Russo won the world title, and I feel like it's
Yeah,
around
that's
that.
when it all sank.
I feel like it's around that area. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be back Wednesday for Dynamite, Thursday for Carly's show. I probably won't be on for that. Someone else will be on there with her. Not 100% sure about that, but definitely follow the All Elite's on social media accounts in the description below so you'll know who's going to be on there and start times and all that. Then Friday, Rampage, of course. But yeah, we'll see you guys this Wednesday for Dynamite.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.